First, the top headlines. Manipur's Gloria Gangte named India's new ambassador to Norway. Drones exposed 13 hectares of illegal poppy cultivation in Manipur forest. Manipur police arrest JCP cadre for threatening local businesses. Assam bans Siamkhanu Mahanta from all state events, cuts financial ties. A very good evening. You're watching the primetime ELITETV English News, and I'm your host Ragina, giving you the news in detail. The Ministry of External Affairs announced the appointment of Gloria Gangte, a seasoned diplomat from Manipur, as India's new ambassador to the Kingdom of Norway. Gangte, a 2000 batch Indian Foreign Service officer, currently serves as India's High Commissioner to Malta. Her appointment marks another significant milestone for the northeastern state of Manipur in India's diplomatic corps. Originally from Churachandpur district in Manipur, Gangte cleared the prestigious UPSC Civil Services examination in 2000 and was allocated to the Indian Foreign Service. Over her two-decade career, she has held diplomatic positions across multiple countries before her current posting in Malta. The announcement drew praise from former Manipur Chief Minister, who congratulated Gangte on social media, describing her as an officer who has served the nation with distinction. He expressed confidence in her ability to strengthen India-Norway relations in her new role. Gangte's appointment comes at a time when India is expanding its diplomatic engagement with Nordic countries, particularly in areas of clean energy, technology cooperation and Arctic research. Norway, as a major energy producer and technology innovator, represents an important partnership for India's developmental goals. Manipur police uncovered extensive illegal poppy cultivation across 13 hectares of cleared forest land during a drone surveillance operation in Senapati district on September 23. The aerial survey conducted with forest department officials and local village leadership revealed widespread deforestation in upper and lower Kabung villages, specifically for opium poppy farming. Several patches had already been planted with the crop. The operation represents a significant escalation in anti-narcotics enforcement, with authorities now deploying unmanned aerial vehicles to detect hidden cultivation sites in remote forest areas. Village chairman of Kabung received an official warning from police to immediately destroy existing poppy crops and prevent future cultivation in the area. The cleared forest land falls under Senapati police station jurisdiction. Manipur has struggled with illegal opium production, with cultivators often targeting remote forest areas to avoid detection. The state's mountainous terrain and dense forests have historically made surveillance difficult for law enforcement agencies. No arrests were reported in connection with Wednesday's operation. Manipur police detained a 53-year-old member of the banned Kangleipa Communist Party on September 23 for allegedly intimidating shopkeepers and obstructing government developmental programs in Imphal East district. Katrimayum Brajamohan Singh, known by his allies Ingo, was arrested from his home in Nungoy, Makalekai under Lamlai police station jurisdiction. Authorities said Singh had been actively disrupting the implementation of government schemes in the area while threatening to force the closure of shops and other business establishments in Lamlai. The arrest comes as part of ongoing efforts by Manipur police to crack down on insurgent activities that have been hampering economic growth and development initiatives in the region. Local business owners had reportedly expressed concerns about the threats which were affecting their daily operations and livelihood. Police seized a mobile phone from Singh's possession during the arrest. The device is expected to provide crucial evidence about his network and activities within the outlawed organization. The Kangleipa Communist Party remains a proscribed outfit under Indian law, with its members facing charges related to terrorism and anti-national activities. Lamlai Police Station has registered a case and launched further investigations into Singh's alleged activities and potential connections with other KCP operatives in the region. Assam Chief Minister Himanta Biswa Sarma announced a complete ban on Siamkhanu Mahanta and associated organizations from conducting events in Assam, marking the state government's strongest action yet in connection with beloved singer Jubin Garg's tragic death in Singapore. The state government has decided to prohibit Sri Siamkhanu Mahanta and any organization associated with him from holding any functions or festivals within the state of Assam. Further, the state government will not provide any financial grant, advertisement or sponsorship to any event with which he is associated, either directly or indirectly, Sarma tweeted on September 24. The state government, who will request the government of India with not to extend any financial assistance or sponsorship to him in any manner, he added. The sweeping restrictions come as multiple FIRs have been filed against Mahanta, chief organizer of the Northeast India Festival, and Siddharth Sharma, Garg's manager, following the singer's death during a yacht outing in Singapore. The development reflects a mounting public anger across Assam, where Garg was revered not merely as an entertainer, but as a cultural icon who gave voice to the people's aspirations. His sudden death has sparked intense scrutiny over the circumstances surrounding the Singapore trip and questions about safety protocols. Mahanta had earlier claimed that Garg went on the yacht trip with local Assamese community members, starting that festival organizers had no prior knowledge of the outing. This explanation has failed to satisfy public demands for accountability, with social media campaigns calling for justice and holding both Mahanta and Sharma morally responsible for the tragedy. Just yesterday, Assam witnessed unprecedented scenes as the legendary singer was laid to rest with full state honors at Kamarkuchi and Sea Village. True to his 2019 prophecy that entire Assam has to sing this song when referring to his masterpiece, Mayabini, the haunting melody played continuously during cremation ceremonies. The funeral procession resembled a cultural pilgrimage, with Chief Minister Sharma, Union Minister Kiren Rijiju and countless celebrities joining ordinary citizens in bidding farewell. Garg's sister Palme Vorthakur performed the sacred Mukhagni ritual alongside his protege Rahul Gautam, while his wife Garima Saikia Garg participated in the ceremonies and Vedic hymns and ceremonial gun salutes. Let's take a short break. We'll be right back.
Rural Engineering Department, Manipur State Rural Roads Development Agency (MSRRDA) notice inviting e-tender RT. The Chief Engineer, Rural Engineering Department, Manipur State Rural Roads Development Agency, on behalf of Governor of Manipur, invites percentage bids through e-procurement for e-tender of 55 routes under Pradhan Mantri Gram Sadak Yojana PMGSY 3 Batch 1 2023-24 in Manipur State. NIT number 5/16/2024 MSRRDA e-tender PMGSY 3 B1 2023-2024 NIT 2 RT, date Imphal, the 11th September 2025. The bid forms and other details can be obtained from the website www.bmgsytendersman.gov.in with effect from 10 a.m. of 17/9/2025. KH Temba Singh, Chief Engineer cum EO, RED MSRRDA, Manipur. Nifuganipan Suba Irengbam Chauren Mapok Numit Ningsing Tharam Irengbam Chauren Memorial Trust ICMT na Sinduna Lakadoriba October Taranithoi English and Kungamanga Nongmaizing Numit Ke Ayupung Taramathoi Dingin Apung Anita Fobada Political Status of Manipur English and Chamapan Nifutarit Tagina English and Chamapan Nifumapan Hyper Topic Asida Irengbam Chauren Memorial Essay Writing Competition English and Kungamanga Pangtok Lagani Medium English Manipuri Meitei Mayek Bengali script English Romance script Form Gimaman Lupa Yankai free for internally displaced person Mafamna Category A da Catholic School Kanchipur Category B Yuina Standard Robert Higher Secondary School Kanchipur ni Haidiba competition asige prize asina Category A Class 8 tagina 10 amadi Category B gina Class 11 tagina mathak First position Taraklaba Singda Lupali Singh Kun amadi certificate Second position da Lupali Singh Taramanga amadi certificate Third position da Lupali Singh Tara amadi certificate Loinana 7 consolation prize da Lupali Singh Ahum amadi certificate ni Form available at Manipuri Students Federation MSF Head Office Kwakaitel Thanazam Lekai opposite to Tidim Ground www.icmtm.com and institution Pharmacy Thazan Bigi Aroiba Nimitna October Ama English and Kungamanga Natragana MSF Office or concerned institution Singda. For any official query, please contact 93666940067 Natraga 7085935098. General Secretary Irengbam Chauren Memorial Trust.
Naha mental health issues ka sago naduna hingliba misak amana natraga wakal fumbang naduna tawfam jafam khangdana punshi leriba misakla isage mental health asi panathamba haibashina punamaki afaba oigatawribani karigumba adomda mental health related issues lebirabadi Telemanas Manipur's mental health helpline number 14416 contact tawbiraktuna aikhogi counselors singa English Hindi amadi Manipuri da wari sadokbiyu mashigidamakta adomna 14416 call tawbiraba matung automated responder amana adomgi apamba loan thandaba hairakani adomna English language ki 1 nambigani Hindi pambiraga 2 nambigani amashung Manipuri da wari sanalinglagana 4 nambigani masigi matunda responder aduna adomgi state khanjinaba option pirakani masida adomna Manipur gidamak 2 nambigani masigi matung adombu isa isana khanbikiba iron adu ningthina ngangba ngamnaba aikhogi counselor amaga wari sanaduna pukningda leiriba awaba khudingmak tanaba yadagani adomgi damak Manipur's tele mental health assistance na matam pudumakta thonglauna hamjiri hen akupa marol gidamak Manak Nakpa Health and Wellness Center Natraga District Mental Health Program ga tanabiyu Paugjen Jariba National Mental Health Program National Health Mission and Directorate of Health Services Manipur.
Welcome back. You're watching ELITETV English News. Arunachal Pradesh marked its presence at the 36th East Zones Junior Athletics Championship 2025 in Jharkhand, with 2 young athletes bringing home bronze medals. Rohan Tesia secured a podium finish in the triathlon B category, while Yanu Men earned her medal in the under-20 girls 1,500 meter event. The championship took place from September 22 to 24, drawing athletes from across eastern India. The Sports Authority of Arunachal praised athletes for their determination and credited their coach for consistent guidance. Officials said the medals reflect the growing potential of the state's sporting talent and highlight the importance of continued investment in athletics. These performances not only add to Arunachal's medal tally, but also serve as motivation for young athletes aspiring to represent the state at regional and national levels. The Meghalaya Education Department has intervened after reports surfaced that teachers and non-teaching staff in Samagra Siksa schools and government-aided institutions were being denied loans by banks. According to the department, several public sector, private and cooperative banks in the state have rejected applications from employees under the categories of SSA, Deficit Ad hoc and Grant and Aid schools. Rejections were often linked to irregular salary disbursements for the contractual level attached to their employment status. The government clarified that while salaries may not always follow a strict monthly cycle, they are assured and continue until retirement, 58 years for Samagra Siksa teachers and 60 years for others. Officials also stressed that the term contractual does not imply insecure employment but is merely used to differentiate them from permanent government staff. Reassuring the banking sector, the Education Department underlined that these employees are financially stable, reliable borrowers and their services secure. It directed banks to treat their applications at par with other salaried employees. The department further reminded banks that any refusal must be accompanied by a written explanation in line with Reserve Bank of India norms. Arbitrary rejections, it warned, could invite action under existing laws. Sikkim Chief Minister Prem Singh Tamang on September 23 made it clear that his government will not tolerate any activity that threatens national security following opposition calls for a Nepal-style movement to oust his administration. Addressing a public event in Gangtok, Tamang said our government has zero tolerance for threats to national security. He emphasized that while constructive criticism and democratic dissent are welcome, any attempt to incite violence or disrupt harmony will be dealt with firmly under the law. Marking Sikkim's 50 years of statehood, the Chief Minister highlighted the state's strategic importance. This occasion is not only a reflection of how the people of Sikkim cherish their identity as proud Indians, but it is also a reminder of how this small Himalayan state has, with peace and dignity, contributed to the nation by safeguarding the union through its vital geopolitical position, he said. Sikkim shares borders with China, Bhutan and Nepal, making its stability crucial to India's security. Tamang noted that state institutions will act swiftly against sedition, incitement or any effort to disturb public order. Any activity that seeks to foment unrest, undermine national decisions or endanger public safety will be addressed decisively and within the full scope of the law, he added. He also underlined the government's initiative to strengthen trust between people and institutions, saying such efforts build resilience against forces that seek to harm our collective harmony. Calling on political leaders, civil society and citizens to uphold a shared responsibility, Tamang said dialogue and lawful protests are part of democracy, but violence and intimidation have no place in Sikkim's future. The people of Sikkim have time and again rejected the violence, intimidation or attempts to exploit fear and will continue to do so in the future, he said. On receipt of specific information about the presence of armed militants in Kameng area district Imphal West, a team of District Police Imphal West Bishnupur 33 AR and other security forces launched a special operation today at about 1 a.m. During the operation, one person, namely Komdram Ojit Singh, alias Kailal, 47, son of late KH Mani Singh of Awang, Lekintabi, Awang Lekai, District Imphal West, was apprehended. At the spot examination, he admitted that he is a bailed out member of PLA. He further stated that he still continues to work for PLA. He also revealed that he was arrested earlier on 22/4/2007. During further examination, it was revealed that he was directly involved in the ambush on 19 September 2025 at Sabalekai Nambol at about 5:30 p.m. against the 33 AR personnel. After firing at the AR personnel, he along with other persons fled towards the Loktak Lake site and hid their arms and ammunition at a secret location. On his revelation, the following arms and ammunition used in the ambush were recovered: one A4 rifle along with 4 magazines, one HK rifle along with 2 magazines, 2 numbers of AK rifle along with 5 magazines, one NSAS rifle along with 3 magazines, 3 numbers of Latot cell, 170 rounds of AK ammunition, 216 rounds of M16 ammunition, 67 rounds of NSAS ammunition, 1 mobile handset, 1 wallet and 1 Aadhaar card. Examination of the arrested person is continuing and certain leads have been established. Raids are being carried out to apprehend other culprits involved in the said ambush. Let's take another short break. We'll be right back.
Soikiva Kongtang Amada, Sirin Sama share Tomina Kibana, hepatitis B, C, Changluk Hepalate. Make a see our by Yetum Sirin share Tomina Badagi, Lena Asisandoi, Aduga, Loina Loinana, B. Amasung C. Lena Asiga, Sagona Hingliba Miosinga, Hatin Narubadagi, Amasung, Mamadagi Machada Sandoi. Ayambana, Lyongasi, liver the Gifudor trip of our Kangbangam.
Report ki matungina hepatitis C positive oire. Adubu fazana lying abadi tha ahum dagina tha taru pawigi manungda irai laina fahanba ngamlaban.
Oh, treatment to di fani haba.
Hoi, adubu laina asinga thoknabagi hauju pawigi oina vaccine chingba adu laitri. Lying duna faraba mioi singdasu hepatitis C asigi immunity laitaba maramna karingumba matungda adomna yetum syringe share tominarabadi amuk hana narakani.
Adumoinamak IDU singna hepatitis B digi ngakthoknaba vaccine asi kapthokpigadabani amasung yetum syringe share toroidabani.
Mobile furniture na lagliba wedding season asigi anau ba contemporary wedding set furniture sing puduna lakchari loina na Manipur de ihan hanba oina wedding set laibi ba matamda 24 karat ki 5 gram ki gold coin free gift oina bizari mayam lengsin biraktuna mobile furniture ki 3rd edition the great wedding sales gold offer asi pre booking to biduna khudong jaba salobi ho
offer asi akupa information khambina ba idamakta sangai pro da laiba mobile furniture la lengsin biro
ayang na taibang khongda jarakibasi kumjali singamaga samapal humphudra 1970 mas ke kunipar lamtagina kunmathoi nipan ba thang janamit ke ayuk pung mapanda ayang taibang phaurakki
lo leijaba phije leijaba lining leijaba maitai phurupse amtadi ningkha tamna lining mikha pondabasu oirasi
Lomi lak kaya gi khongburoi chahi kaya thajarakpagi wari marik khudingda lotuna lei anuba pangal nomini golgi technology asi Japanese ni afaba formulation ama mashida apikpa makhal gi posak kaya yawi mashina chemical gi ichen phalle aduga masina manasingda ningthina sandoi yamna kanaraba napi hidak ama mashina labuk singda napi haibadi napi mana apakpa napi sing matam kuina haonde chahi khudingi bharat chinba thungna nursery amadi mahi marung ekar lak romda masibu sijinai maram masina masi lomi singi sanani nomini gold adongi thajaba yaba dealer da ngasimag nomini gold hangbiu aduga ingkholbu sana ki ngalwon na ngakpiu
Rasayan ki haryam na hapi ba makai pothok henget kani haibagi aran ba wakalona labuk ta hapchun ki ba har mayamadu pambi na chupkap ta dingam hauda
arem badale ba klesa gi asin be hengat handuna pambi dalaina tina tahali akoi gi fibam sumorsil halli
lofam gi darkar river rasayan gi har chada kuntra gi changda hanthan ba ngamba pothok su chada yankai gi changda hengat hanba kanaraba lau mochalamani
sai power plus the yor ba fermented matter made organic carbon singba masal mayamna laisa daleba hinkup singi masinja kamadi mapangal loiduna makoi gi mathau sing
nushita gi nitrogen chupshinba laisa da napshinduna leiramba phosphate amadi potas na chingba pambi gi marada fanganduna pijarakpadagi har singa si hantha halli
urea da sai power plus tol ga amuktang lofam da sai thopiu
ishamakna kanabashing soidana ubigani
sai power se puthoruk ba company je ai thaganingi urea kilo 35 da sai power se batal macha ani se yalaga tokhaina raga chai bani magi magun je sai power na henkalali se macha yamna pokpa adagi de mahi yamna chumba ane mo macha polukpasu sammanana salakaga mahi yalanba sida mabu aina thaganingi sai power gi magunji
Welcome back. You're watching ELITETV English News. Russia said that it shot down 3 dozen Ukrainian drones heading towards Moscow, while Ukraine said that Russian missiles, drones and bombs killed at least 2 civilians as Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky preserved with efforts to bolster international support for his country at a UN gathering of world leaders on Tuesday. With his troops under strain on the front line after more than 3 years of fighting Russia's bigger invading army, Zelensky was due to begin meetings with leaders gathered in New York this week for the UN General Assembly. Peace efforts set in motion by US President Donald Trump since he returned to office in January appear to have stalled. Trump's Alaska summit with Russian President Vladimir Putin and a White House meeting with Zelensky and key European leaders took place more than a month ago, but the war has continued unabated. Zelensky said that he met late Monday in New York with Kate Kellogg, Trump's special envoy. Kellogg and Zelensky discussed cooperation agreements on the manufacturing of drones and Ukraine's purchase of American weaponry, the Ukrainian president said on Telegram. European leaders have supported Zelensky's diplomatic efforts, even as the Israel-Hamas war in Gaza is expected to take center stage at the United Nations. Some European countries are alarmed by the possibility that the war could spread beyond Ukraine amid what they have called Russian provocations. NATO allies would hold formal consultations at Estonia's request on Tuesday after the Baltic countries said that 3 Russian fighter jets entered its airspace last week without authorization. Meanwhile, the full-scale war, which began on February 24, 2022, continues to take a heavy toll on Ukrainian civilians. The UN Office of the High Commissioner for Human Rights said earlier this month that these Ukrainian civilian casualties increased by 40% in the first 8 months of this year compared to 2024 as Russia escalated its long-range missile and localized drone strikes. Also, a UN Human Rights Office report released Tuesday described the dire situation of thousands of civilians detained by Russia in areas of Ukraine it has captured. Russian authorities have subjected Ukrainian civilian detainees in occupied territory to torture and ill treatment, including sexual violence, in a widespread and systematic manner, the report said. Russian aircraft dropped 5 glide bombs on the southern Ukrainian city of Zaporizhzhia during the night, killing a man, regional head Ivan Fedorov said Tuesday. In the Odessa region of southern Ukraine, Russian ballistic missiles struck the town center of Tatarbunary, killing a woman, regional head Oleg Keeper said Tuesday morning. Overall, Russian forces launched 3 Iskander ballistic missiles and 115 strike and decoy drones at Ukraine overnight. The Ukrainian Air Force said that 103 drones were intercepted or jammed, but 12 drones and 3 missiles reached their targets at 6 locations. Moscow Mayor Sergei Sobyanin said that more than 40 Ukrainian drones flying towards the Russian capital were shot down between Monday evening and midday Tuesday. Flights were temporarily halted overnight in and out of Moscow's airport, causing delays and cancellations because of the attack. The Russian Defense Ministry reported Tuesday that it intercepted 69 Ukrainian drones over a number of Russian regions and annexed a Crimean peninsula. The Philippine Coast Guard on Tuesday reported an additional 2 deaths and 6 missing in connection with Super Typhoon Rusa that battered northern Philippines on Monday, bringing the typhoon death toll to 3. The PCG said a fishing boat carrying 13 fisher folk sank off the coast of Star, a town in Cagayan province, resulting in the death of 1 person and 6 missing, with 6 others rescued. It added that the boat capsized due to strong waves while it was anchored and taking shelter, reports Xinhua news agency. The PCG also reported that Coast Guard men found the body of a 67-year-old male on the shoreline of Agu town in La Union. The victim reportedly went missing after slipping into a river on Monday. Local authorities reported that a 74-year-old man died after his vehicle was hit by a landslide along with 3 cars while traveling along a highway in Tuba town in Benguet province on Monday afternoon. Ragasa excited the Philippines on Tuesday morning. Meanwhile, people across Laos are being urged to prepare for the potential impacts of Typhoon Rusa, which is expected to bring thunderstorm, heavy rainfall and strong winds throughout the country. A low-pressure system has passed over northern and central Laos as the storm is expected to bring widespread rain to many parts of Laos, according to a report from the Department of Meteorology and Hydrology. The Lao Weather Bureau has issued a flash flood and landslide warning. Lao authorities urges residents to remain alert and prepare for continued rainfall in the coming days, which may trigger flash floods and landslides. Toyoke in Aichi Prefecture has become the first municipality in Japan to introduce an ordinance asking all residents to limit their use of smartphones. Toyoki's Municipal Assembly passed an ordinance limiting daily laser-related screen time for all residents to 2 hours, the local media reported on Tuesday. The ordinance reports cited aims at preventing an excessive use of smartphones, personal computers and tablet devices. It was approved via a majority vote at a plenary session of the Assembly. Taking effect October 1, the local law serves as guidance and does not apply to the use of such devices for study, work or household chores, and there were no penalties for the violators. Toyoki Mayor Masafumi Koki was quoted by Japan Times as saying that ordinances is only a part of the city's measures on resident health, and the aim was for residents to see whether they are losing sleep by using smartphones too much. We are not rejecting smartphones, it told reporters. The Daily reported highlighting that the ordinance is also designed to increase conversations within families and calls for refraining from using smartphones and other gadgets after 9 p.m. for elementary school students and younger children, and after 10 p.m. for junior high school students and others under 18 years. Some residents have argued that the municipality should not meddle in family matters, while others have taken the move by the Assembly as an opportunity for discussions with family members. The Municipal Assembly also adopted a supplementary resolution calling on the city to review the ordinance when necessary after examining its effects and residents' opinions on a regular basis, the Japanese media reported. China and India are the primary funders of the Ukraine war by continuing to purchase Russian oil, US President Donald Trump said on Tuesday in his address to the UN General Assembly. The Trump administration has imposed an additional 25% tariff on New Delhi as the penalty for its purchases of Russian oil, taking the total levies imposed on India by the US to 50%, among the highest in the world. China and India are the primary funders of the ongoing war by continuing to purchase Russian oil, Trump said in his over an hour-long address at the general debate of the 80th session of the UN General Assembly. India has called the tariffs imposed by the US unjustified and unreasonable. India has said that, like any major economy, it will take all necessary measures to safeguard its national interest and economic security. Trump claims he stopped India-Pakistan conflict. US President Donald Trump on Tuesday once again said to stop the conflict between India and Pakistan, this time repeating his claim from the podium of the UN General Assembly. In his speech at the general debate of the high-level 88th session of the UN General Assembly, Trump also lashed out at the general world body for its failure to even try to help in ending the conflicts. Likewise, in a period of just 7 months, I have ended 7 unendable wars. They said that they were unendable. You are never going to get them solved, he said. Trump said some of the wars he helped end were going on for decades. I ended 7 wars, and in all cases they were raging with countless thousands of people being killed. This includes Cambodia and Thailand, Kosovo and Serbia, the Congo and Rwanda, a vicious violent war that was Pakistan and India, Israel and Iran, Egypt and Ethiopia, and Armenia and Azerbaijan. Trump said since May 10, when Trump announced on social media that India and Pakistan had agreed to a full immediate ceasefire after a long night of talks mediated by Washington, he has repeated his claim nearly 50 times that he helped settle the tensions between India and Pakistan. India has been consistently maintaining that the understanding on cessation of hostilities with Pakistan was reached following direct talks between the Directors General of Military Operations of the two militaries. For ELITETV News Channel, contact to the email address info@elitv.in or 940-289-0982 and subscribe to ELITETV YouTube channel or follow on Facebook page, Instagram and X for more information about the channel. Before we wind up, let's have a look at the top headlines once again. Manipur's Gloria Gangte named India's new ambassador to Norway. Drones expose 13 hectares of illegal poppy cultivation in Manipur forest. Manipur police arrest KCP cadre for threatening local businesses. Assam bans Siam Kanu Mahanta from hosted events, cuts financial ties. That's all for now. Thank you for tuning in and keep watching ELITETV English News for more updates. Thank you and have a good night.